Hi everyone. Today's video is to talk about the use of Rekenreks. Some kids are struggling with using them in the Dreambox math program, and it's really only because they haven't had much practice in the classroom before jumping on with Dreambox. So Rekenreks are a really great hands-on concrete tool that you can use in the classroom. For virtual learning, we can use the digital platform for Rekenreks, and really it's to develop how to identify numbers in a quick fashion, how to decompose numbers efficiently, and later on, how to use them for operations, adding, subtracting, multiplication, and division. They can even be used for counting and constructing numbers that are greater than 20. So in the classroom, kids have spent a lot of time working with 10 frames and probably dot images to subitize so that they really get those sight facts, all of the things that make 8. So they know that 8 and 0, 1 and 7, 2 and 6, 3 and 5, 4 and 4. And they know all of those for all of the single digits. Here's an example of the use of a 10 frame. If I add 8, which is in red, and 4 in green, it's the same as having 8. Complete your 10 frame, making a 10, and then you have 2 more. So 8 plus 4 can be thought of as 10 plus 2, which is a lot easier to get the answer of 12 rather than counting 8 and then counting 4. The goal is really just to move kids away from counting and to think flexibly with number combinations. So let's get to the Rekenrek tool and how it can be used. Here's a Rekenrek that is 20. It is 2 rows of 10, and how I know it's 10 is because I can easily see 5 red and 5 white, a group of 10. And I have 2 of those, so that makes 20 beads. This is called a zeroed out Rekenrek. So all the beads are to the right, and when I move them over to the left, that's when we begin to utilize what it looks like. So let's practice. I'm going to pull over this and this. And I might ask kids, what number is this? And how do you know what number it is? I don't want kids to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want them to see that this is 5 and 2 more, 7. And this is 5 and 3 more, 8. And I can think of that together as 15. And an easier way is if I circle these red dots right here, that makes 10 because I know it's 5 and 5 is 10, and I have 5 more. 15. Another question I could ask at grade 1 is this a doubles fact, and how do you know? Kids should know that doubles facts have an equal amount in their group. So I know this isn't a doubles fact because I have 1 extra bead here. If I move that over, I could ask, is this a double fact? And yes, I have 7 and 7, and I get 14. I could also ask, again, is that a doubles fact? And how do you know? Etc. It's just really getting at number flexibility. Where I think the problem in Dreambox is happening is when we're talking about numbers that are greater than 20. So here's a Rekenrek that is 100 beads. And I know it's 100 because I've worked on the 10ness. So each row is 10. And I have 10 rows of 10, which is 100. But in a Rekenrek, they switch the order of the color of the beads. So if you look here, this chunk here, even if I counted down 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, I know that's 50, and 50 more makes 100. So if I go into Dreambox, I was looking at grade 1, and here's an example of where they're using the hundreds Rekenrek. So they want kids to figure out what numbers. So again, we don't want them counting by ones. We want them counting by tens, fives, and ones, thinking efficiently. So here I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72. So I come down here. What number did I just say? 72. And now I want to build 72. So hopefully kids know that this is 50. If they don't, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I need 60, 70, and I need 2 more. So I can just click on that 2 and it sends them over. And now I should check and I'll either get it correct or incorrect. So again, you just heard them say the fewest clicks. So again, I should see 50 and 3 more. So I need 53. There it is. And I can go 1, 2, 3, but that was 3 clicks. So it wants me to try it again by moving to that third place and hitting it, and then it's correct. I hope this video I hope this video has helped both students, teachers, and parents in figuring out what and why and how we should use Rekenrex to develop some number fluency.